Hello, folks.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
Welcome to Something to Talk About, our Good Southern News show on Thursdays. We're happy you're joining us.
Yes, y'all have stuck with us for 22 weeks, and we're proud to have you.
We are so happy to have you. This is Jorie.
And this is Abby.
And we work for Southern Living's digital team. And we've got some great Southern stories for you guys this week.
We sure do.
And a little bit, Southern
out
adjacent.
of the South, yeah.
Southern adjacent.
Yeah.
All right, Jorie. So do you want to kick us off with the first one?
I do. So our first story is actually about one of our favorite channels, the Hallmark channel. I can't even say it. Confession, I don't watch the Hallmark channel that often, but
I do, so it's
folks
fine.
around Southern Living love it, and our readers love it. So
yes.
this is actually, this picture behind me, this is a little inn called Rowena's Inn on the river, and it's in Harrison Mills, British Columbia, which is
in
not
Canada.
Southern. Yeah. Abby is from Canada originally, so she loves a good Canada shout out.
I do.
So turns out 5 or more Hallmark movies have been filmed here, some of which you may know, I Do, and all 4 installments of The Wedding March. So
I think it's interesting to note that actually a lot of movies that are based like in the US or like even in the South, they film in Canada in the off season because it's like so beautiful and picturesque.
Yeah,
so
which I would believe
my
that.
home country.
Yeah, but you can actually stay here, which is so cool. I mean, just because I don't watch Hallmark that often does not mean I would not want a little
like
getaway. Little getaway to this end. So so like it has movie weddings that have been taking place there and real weddings that you can actually book, but you don't have to be getting married to stay there. It's just a little cozy and quiet inn for a getaway. So it's a really
beautiful.
cute. Yeah, they have a waterfront gourmet restaurant, 18-hole golf course, and bald eagle viewing, which is pretty cool. That's pretty American, if you ask me.
I know. I think it's so interesting. Well, yeah, very American, but happening in Canada.
Yeah.
But it is pretty close to the U.S.
Yeah.
But it says in November that this resort has a front row seat to the world's largest concentrated gathering of bald eagles. So what event is more patriotic than that? Visiting Canada and looking at all the bald eagles.
The ball's in your court, Hallmark. I think your next film should be about bald eagle viewing. Maybe a couple that's going to appreciate some bald eagles and fall in love.
If not, you should at least definitely check out this article.
Yes.
And see if you recognize it from some of your favorite movies.
And of course, if you've ever been there, please let us know what your stay was like or if you have plans to go. Yeah. We love a good inn.
And we'd love to join you.
Yeah. Send the invite our way.
All right. We're coming back down south for our next story here. So a while ago, we talked about Winnie at the Memphis Zoo, the baby hippo who everyone just fell in love with. She was so precious. So the new little cuties in town are 2 baby sea lions that were recently born. And this isn't one of the little guys.
They're so cute.
How precious is that? So this zoo is in Memphis, Tennessee. The pups are Catalina and Remy. Both of them are doing well. Or excuse me, let me retract that. Make sure y'all get the facts correctly. The mothers are named Catalina and Remy. The pups haven't actually been named yet because they're not sure of the genders.
Yes.
And a lot of times they do naming contests for these little animals.
I love that.
So you might be able to have your say in naming the baby sea lions at the Memphis Zoo.
You wouldn't want to miss out on that opportunity.
I know.
Name a baby sea lion.
So the babies are being taken care of right now, so they're not visible to the public, so the moms can nurture on them. But they're so precious. We cannot wait for them to make their grand debut into the zoo world. And so the Memphis Zoo wants to let you know the sea lion shows may be a little quieter because we got to take care of our little babies, but you'll be able to see them coming soon. So,
Such a cute story.
Yeah. And there was also some interesting sea lion fun facts in that story. Sea lions, they can grow as long as 8 feet. And they can weigh up to 770 pounds.
That is a large mama.
I know. So even though this little guy is just a little baby, can you imagine? Multiply him by like 100. And that's how big he'll grow to. So we're excited to hear what the names they choose and when these little sea lion pups will be on display for
and what the gender is of both of them.
They could be little.
I'm hoping for a boy and a girl.
Pals.
Yeah. Next up.
They could fall in love. They could. Little boy.
They could. Wait, so this is from 2 different moms, not one couple?
Yes, Catalina and Remy.
You sure Remy's not the dad?
Yes, Catalina and Remy are different
so they
sea
could
lion
fall
mothers.
They could fall in love.
Who had separate pups.
They're going to be BFFs.
I got some like crazy looks too from our producer. They could fall in love.
It's going to be, you know what this reminds me of? It could be like a Nala and Simba situation.
It could. Heavens.
Friends from birth. Okay, anyway, next up, this is in no way related, but we all know and love the movie Sweet Home Alabama.
Yes.
I've seen it a bazillion times. I can quote it from beginning to end.
We're in Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah, we are. We are sitting in Sweet Home Alabama right now.
We are.
Yeah, it turns out that a sequel could possibly be in the works. And if not in the works, then the actors are definitely interested. So recently in an interview, Josh Lucas, who plays Jake in the movie.
Heartthrob.
Yes, this handsome man right behind me. He expressed his interest in doing it. He was on the talk and they asked him if he'd be interested and he said he would do it in a second. So that's pretty exciting.
That's good news.
Yeah, he said that it would be fascinating to see where the two characters are, if they have children, if they're still together, and just kind of what their lives are like up to this point. Abby and I were talking about it earlier, though, and when a movie is so perfect, the sequel business is really risky. You really gotta nail it, or people are very upset.
Yeah.
It's got to be perfect.
There's only been a couple of really good sequels.
Agreed. And I said Grease, too, and Abby disagreed.
That's questionable. But I do think a Sweet Home Alabama, you know, because they kind of end it open-ended. So she leaves her fiance because she's still married to Jake, but you don't know if they, like, end up together or whatever. There's a lot of room for that. So
there is, yeah.
If they could do it well, I mean, I would still buy a ticket whether or not the movie.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just so good. It's full of great one-liners, too.
It is.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one-liner from the movie? Am I putting you on the spot?
I'm trying to think of an appropriate one.
What about the "What you want to marry me for"?
Oh, that's a great one. Or when she gets back and she goes, "What? They ran out of soap at the Piggly Wiggly since I left." I love that one too.
It's a great movie.
It's an awesome movie. If you haven't seen it,
your favorite quotes, share with us.
Yes, that's a great question.
Because it would honestly just make our day better, wouldn't it?
I'm gonna watch it when I get home tonight with a pint of Chunky Monkey that I have in the fridge.
There you go.
That's a good evening. Yep. So anyway. Let us know what you think too. If you want a sequel or not.
Would you watch it?
What'd you got?
I would.
Oh yeah.
All right. Our next story is about 8 new potato chip flavors launched by Lay's. So they kind of have this reputation now of launching some interesting flavors. So they've had like contests in the past. You could submit things. I have to say, one year they had a cappuccino chip. Did you try that one?
No, I haven't even heard of that.
Poor Lay's. It was a trash flavor. It was so bad.
It was a trash flavor.
It was a trash flavor. But me being the like marketing sucker that I am, I buy all the potato chip flavors and want to try them. So tried the cappuccino, wasn't great. But these new ones I'm pretty optimistic about. So
they're super Southern, y'all.
They are. Yeah. They are super Southern and they sound so good.
Amazing.
So rolling out July 30-ish.
Drum roll.
Yeah. And they're supposed to be available till September 23rd, but y'all know how this goes. Like, you might find it in your grocery store, like one flavor. So you can actually buy a variety pack online. So keep that in mind if you want to try them all. But some of the new flavors, Cajun spice, chili con queso, Chesapeake crab-based spice, deep dish pizza, fried pickles with ranch, New England lobster roll, pimento cheese, ding, 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 and sweet Thai chili. So let's break these down for a second.
Let's do it.
Which one are you most excited for?
Man, it would have to be a toss-up between Cajun spice.
This is my surprise face.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help it. And then
the Louisiana one.
Yes, and then pickles with ranch, I think, because I think if they really bring out that ranch flavor, it could be delicious.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Like a mixture of a dill pickle chip and a ranch chip.
Yes, which I love both. So I think it'd be really good. But this Cajun one, I don't know if you guys have heard of Zaps. I feel like the craw taters, it's going to be reminiscent of a craw tater zap.
Craw taters.
Yeah.
So it's like garlic, paprika, onion, oregano, reminiscent of jambalaya, one of your favorite foods.
One of my favorites,
and blackened Cajun chicken.
Which both sound amazing.
So that sounds yummy.
I think it's going to be like spicy and just, really open the senses.
Chili con queso also sounds particularly delicious to me because one of our sister brands tried all these chips. You should read the reviews because it's pretty funny. But they said it tastes of velvety cheddar queso with a dash of spice, which come Rotel season, can you imagine
Rotel.
tailgating with chili con queso chips to dip in Rotel?
That sounds like
Ultimate tailgating food.
constipation. I'm sorry.
You can also, if you are a Chesapeake Bay crab fan, like our Maryland and Delaware friends, I can't look at you. We've got the Old Bay spice, we've got the hints of seafood, and New England lobster roll, and pimento cheese, which is our favorite. So
I'm also interested in deep dish pizza. I think if they get that right,
yeah,
it could really, really be good.
All right, so you want to touch on the next one?
Yeah, we can do the next one really quick. So next up we have, well, or do you want to skip to the last one? Skip to the last one.
We've got a good last story.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we get it in. All right.
I love this story.
So this story is incredible. You've probably seen it because it's been on the national news lately. There was an Alabama student, actually not far from us, because we're located in Homewood, Alabama, and that was his starting point, who had his first day of work this past week, and his car broke down the night before, and so he actually woke up at like 3 a.m. He calculated on Google Maps how long it would take him to walk to Pelham, Alabama. It's 20 miles away. He walked 7 hours to get to his new job for training because he didn't want to miss his first day, which
dedication.
I can't imagine what kind of individual this guy is. Like, amazing. That you would have the drive for this. So anyway, at about 4 o'clock, police officers saw him walking, and they ended up picking him up, took him to breakfast, and then they got him lunch later and, heard this story. And the reason it got out is because Walter Carr, this is the name of the student, ended up at the place he was working at, which was Jenny Laney's house. And they were like, they found out what had happened because the police officers were with him and to confirm his story. They asked him, do you want to take a nap? Do you want to, you've just been walking. And he's like, no, I'm ready to get to work, which is incredible. So Jenny shared something about this and on her Facebook page. Of course, it went crazy viral. They set up a GoFundMe page, has over $45,000 raised.
Heck yes.
On behalf of him. And then the kicker of this whole story is that the CEO came down from Tennessee and actually gave Walter his car because he was so impressed with him.
So cool.
I think it's phenomenal.
It's a great note to end on, I think.
I know. So lots of great Southern news.
Yep.
And we're sorry for a shorter episode, but we'll get y'all next week.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thanks for coming.
Bye, guys.
Have a great Thursday.
13 minutes. I can't believe we did that.